Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. Craig's already been recording, so I'll replay that part for you. If you guys want some juicy sauce, I'll tell you about how my wife and I got together. But that's for another day, another time, because it's time for a recap. Since everyone's here, anyone want to dish the tea?
Can we, long story short, this?
I don't know how we could possibly follow up on that story.
The guy wanted to sass, so we got our receipt, and he got his money.
Okay, I was thinking
We
about
were
this, though,
sassier.
because
clearly.
technically he summoned the demons first. We didn't actually attack him until he was already aggressive.
Well,
So
the threat was aggressive enough. That was enough for him.
Oh.
The threat of we're gonna walk and take our stuff, or if you don't get in this boat, we're gonna kill you. That was enough.
Oh, we
Did
didn't
we
have
say that
anything
word for
about
word?
walking. It was get in this boat or have your ass handed
It's
to
true.
you.
That's true.
That's
But
fair. That's fair.
before all of that, we took our 8 a.m. boat ride down to what was it called?
Mambala. And we
Umbala.
loaded the boat.
Yep, we loaded the boat full of dwarves. We found Lyra's grandfather, Score, who is still alive, and a couple others, but not much is left. Except for some very, very malnourished dwarves.
Completely ignored our secret tunnel.
Yeah. Yeah.
That
Listen, we're just not going to talk
Tunnel?
about
What tunnel?
that. Exactly. I don't know what tunnel you're talking about.
Yep. Cool. Glad we're on the same page.
We never found a tunnel. We found a cavern, but we never found a tunnel.
I really hope that doesn't discourage you, Delexis, from doing those fun little puzzles ever
absolutely
again.
not. No.
Because those were so much fun.
It's been really. You saw my costumes, so I've been kind of focused for the past 2 weeks on
Oh, yeah,
costumes
no.
and prep.
Yeah.
No, those will be back. I enjoy making them, and especially making them relevant to the game.
I was just like, oh man, we went through all of that to solve his riddle,
No.
and then we didn't even do it, and I feel bad.
It
And
gave me so much joy. You should ask my wife. I was just like having the best day. She's like, "Why are you laughing so hard?" It's like, "Because I'm making this really fun puzzle." And she goes, "Oh, okay, cool." I was like, "Yeah, it's gonna take them to like Friday or Saturday to figure this out." I'm so excited. It's gonna be all week long. Discord's gonna be fun. And then at the end of the day, she's like, "You're still smiling." I was like, "Yeah." Even though they figured it out in 6 hours, I'm still happy. They had a good time. I had a good time. So
I'm just saying that I do data stuff for a living. You know, that was. It's like, oh, you need to be in this format? I got you.
Well, you guys were easily able to sum up last week in about 3 sentences, despite all the things that actually happened. That's a pretty good summary.
David was a dick.
Everyone, make sure you have inspiration. If you already have it, sorry. If you don't, congratulations.
No double inspiration.
Now, I still technically have inspiration and bardic inspiration.
Yeah, that doesn't go away for a while.
Bardic's 10 minutes.
Oh,
Is it only 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah.
I think Bless is like a minute, right?
So if you run real fast, you can
I
get
get there real
I
quick.
Lyra is in no hurry whatsoever to go meet with BB because she is very much feeling like we are about to get scalded for what we just did.
We've been sent to the principal's office.
Shit. The way I see it, we did him a favor, and if he wants some enforcers, who better than us?
So now we're going to be pirate enforcers. Is that it?
I mean, technically, wouldn't it be like
I
his
guess the
fault?
question was, does he want to screw with us after we just went through with every protection and took the guy down the river, beat the crap out of him, and brought him back?
But technically, yeah, like it's his fault because he didn't have any enforcers.
Let's not lead with that, hey? Let's not lead with that theory like that.
That's probable. How is that awful?
No, Kishar, let's not lead with that. Thank you.
Oh yeah, of course. In jest.
We gave him a choice. He brought out demons. As soon as he brought out demons, we kicked his ass.
All right, so we are going
Here's your
to go
receipt.
see. We have the receipt. Yep, we've got the receipt.
You're correct. We left off. BB told you guys, all right, guys, I need you to come back to the casino with me. We're going to have a little bit of a talk.
I don't like that spell you just cast.
Yeah, I'm
You said you're
eyeballing
like,
that,
does BB want us to mess with him? I was like, I don't know. Let's see.
Hey man, I'm just saying, it's a lot of gold to put somebody away. And it's like super specific. It's like, do you have a statue of us? Like there's some prep time for this, and it takes a minute.
Oh yeah, that was just an example. I've actually never used that spell in my life.
I've only been reading on higher level spells recently.
Let's go see BB. Let's
you.
get this straightened out, and then we can head back to the boat and figure out our next plan.
Yeah, I said we're just gonna go to slap on the wrist and be like, yo, you can't like do business like this.
God, I hope so. I really need to get back to my grandfather.
So BB takes you guys back to the casino, and you guys walk in and you go past the front desk. They don't even acknowledge you, don't even look up. You guys go on through past the gambling floor into the race betting section.
Towards Gambit?
Nope. I'm grabbing him by the collar. Nope, not right now. Maybe on the way out.
Doesn't have an addiction, he says.
And there is a red curtain with a door behind it. And BB says, okay, wait here for a second.
Is this the prestigious door? Or is this like the employees only door?
It's like an employees only, but it's like a fancy looking employees only.
Okay.
Like this is not where the waiters and waitresses go back to get their drinks. This is like
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to see if
boss.
it was like the yeah.
We get to meet the boss.
Yeah, probably.
Is there anyone else in the room with us?
you guys
We're
are
on the-
standing on the
We're on
casino
the main floor.
right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Standing outside of this little area as he steps back and has disappeared for a moment.
Can I ask one of the employees around to lead us to a waiting room?
No, we're going to wait right
They're
here.
waiting here. What you talking about?
They look at you and they're like, "You're where you're supposed to be."
Okay.
Hey, it's fine.
Is there like a little bench that we can like sit down, like like outside the principal's office, like a little bench to sit by the door?
Sure.
Sweet.
Lyra is just going to kind of pace and play. She is very anxious about this.
Don't be so worried. It's fine. Probably.
Hey, I'm not worried. I'm not really worried about this. It's about getting back. Are we going to get in so much trouble I can't go back?
We'll be fine.
Probably not.
It's probably not his first rodeo either.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, like, I don't know, like, I feel like it's a state of things, like, we probably just stepped on some toes, and they're like, oh, since you're new, we'll only tell you this once, pay a fine, whatever, and then, on your way. Do it again, we'll, like, we'll ice you. Very grandfather.
It's adventurers. They get it all the time.
It happens, right?
Yeah, it happens.
Well, BB
Alright.
comes back out and says, "All right, follow me this way." And he takes you behind the passage, and you're in about 100-foot long hallway. Doors appear about every 20 feet, and the first one you see starts with the number 10, and it counts up from there. Imagery of Vecna shrouds the walls, whether it's just a symbol of his hand or whether it's carvings showing his wrath or him raising dead, showing his powers and strength. You look down at the end of the hallway, and there are a set of double doors with no handles, no hinges, just a door. BB again asks you to wait for a second, and he steps inside these doors just by pushing on the door. It opens up and closes back. You weren't able to see much inside.
It's the Serac.
Oh God!
It's like the grandfather, but it's a Serac. You come into my place of business.
My place. You already messed up my tomb.
Again?
It's time for me.
My grandmother just made you cannolis.
Actually, he would probably be impressed when he got through his tomb. It's his play toy.
Right.
That's like the Funhouse guys. It's like, it's okay. The gargoyles over lunch.
BB steps out and he goes, "All right, everybody come on in."
You're far too chipper, BB.
Open sesame. Oh, it's paused. I see. Open sesame.
What are those?
Oh, there's so many boys. Pupper.
It's a doggo.
It's not the breed, it's how you raise.
Hey, what is that? What is little?
So you see tons of animals running around. You see cats and dogs, and then you see ghost cats also floating around, having a good time.
Okay.
They're all playing around, bouncing all over this fairly well lit room. You were expecting a little bit darker. BB motions you this way and says, "All right, guys, follow me."
Okay.
Is this kind of like a library kind of thing? Like, are there
It
shelves
is.
everywhere?
It's very much like a library. You don't see a lot of books, though. You see a lot of doggos, a lot of cats.
Can I
A lot of-
pet one of the doggos if it gets close enough?
Oh,
I'm petting this one.
absolutely. They start licking your face. They roll over on their back. They're wagging their
Oh
tail.
my goodness.
This thing's adorable.
They
These
start
are
sniffing.
wonderful.
They start
Just
sniffing you,
remember,
seeing if you
you
have a
taste
treat.
like a pork chop.
Right.
Can I like scoop up a cat and like pet it?
Can I give the dog some rations?
Sure. Oh
Are
my
they all
gosh.
Are they
They-
all the same breed?
You start to pull out a ration, and BB goes, "Hey, make sure he sits first. Don't just give him treats. It's reinforcing bad behaviors."
I'll twirl the little piece of jerky in front of the dog's face, tell it to sit, and give me its paw.
Oh, he is a good doggo. And he sits and shakes and just like licking his lips.
Oh, can I set the piece of jerky on its nose?
You attempt to do that, and he'll just kind of little snips it right out of your fingies. Not biting you. He's gentle enough, but
Oh.
he's like, "Okay, I did my trick. I get my toy."
Okay. Maybe this isn't so bad.
Even the dog is authoritative to me. What's going on here?
Can you scoop up a cat?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, awesome! I'd like to hold the kitty cat.
You want to hold the kitten? All right.
I wanna hold the
Okay, guys, I'll be back here.
No, he said
Come
he
along.
wants us. Hey, come on, he wants us up here.
First,
So
no
BB
gambling,
motions
then
you
no
guys up to
doggos. What's wrong
the
with
to
you
the
guys?
tables, kind of points and invites you to take a seat. And sitting at the head, you see a lich sitting in a chair covered with these ghost kittens sitting on his shoulder. He's got a real kitten in his lap, and he's petting it gently. And BB looks to him and says, "Sir, here are the transgressors." And he looks to BB and goes, "Thank you so much. You are dismissed." "Oh, I thank you, sir."
I don't suppose there'd be any way to figure out if any of the phylacteries we kicked in the lava would.
Oh no.
There'd
Oh
be
no.
way of determining that, wouldn't there?
Uh-oh.
That'd be awkward.
Well, they're better
You kicked my
protected
phylactery
there.
in the lava.
I say, actually, in the lava, it's a great place for him.
Right.
Up until they had to respawn.
Yeah, it's
He's like-
problematic.
It's like, hey, I see you guys are already enjoying the puppies. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad. That just tells me how good of a nature you guys really are. Anyone who loves a dog or a cat has got to be a great person. So, BB says you've been up to no good. What's the deal with that? Oh, I even forgot to say, my name is Zigum. How do you do? What is the problem?
How's
Well,
it going, Zigum?
No problem.
My
You
name
notice he's a
is Zeke.
very goofy, like almost like he could like be wearing a clown mask and just be goofing around this whole entire time. He's full of peppy energy, something unbecoming of a lich, if
Leeches.
of leeches and liches.
We took care of the issue. The person has his money. We have our receipt.
Oh,
It just took a little longer than expected.
I totally understand, but let me tell you guys something. It's very delicate these times. Very delicate these times. There's a lot of tension kind of coming from everywhere, and I really, really, really could use your help. Really could use your help in kind of keeping things mundane.
Question. Are we in trouble?
Well, who's ever really in trouble? You're either alive or you're dead, or that's kind of how it goes.
Well,
or in my
you-
case, undead.
But you in between.
you know us. We're adventurers. You've seen adventurers before. How mundane are adventurers?
Oh, that's the problem. You never are. But
So,
I'm
if
hoping
you have a job for us, then, that might work out for both of us, right?
Oh, I've got plenty of employees here. I don't need to manage anybody else. But
Oh, no, we're not talking here. You have a whole continent spread out before you.
oh, Chalt. Well, this is kind of like my little hideaway. Ever since Vecna became in control, I don't have to worry about adventurers like you coming in and trying to kill us all the time. Oh,
That's fair.
That's
Yeah, fair enough.
I suppose
mean-
by mundane you mean like keep the status quo and
yeah, pretty.
keep
Yeah,
everything out of sight. Wink.
you were picking up what I'm putting down.
We didn't mean to cause any kind of disruption in the status quo. Honestly, this is all new to us, so it was honestly a really big misunderstanding that David wasn't really willing to work with us on.
David. David's kind of a little tool. If just keep that between you and me.
No, I completely agree with you. He's been giving me all sorts of trouble since we met.
Well, I will say he did get a beat down on account of it, but he got his money.
Okay. I can't be mad about that, especially because I wanted to slap him many times, but because of my status, I've kind of got to keep this appearance.
Well, see, we could be the ones that slap for you.
Now, see, that's an interesting idea. Interesting, very, very, very interesting idea, which is something that could come to benefit both of us. Now, see, here's the problem. Vecna thinks everyone's part of his alliance. Well, except for Tiamat, right? But Vecna says if you're not against him, then you're obviously already for him. So, everyone here is in the alliance with Vecna. All part of his alliance. You, me, the Flaming Fist, the Zentarium, everybody is a part of Vecna's alliance. Pretty cool deal, right? Better to be in than out. Now,
As long as we're not excluded, yeah. Can't see the problem with that.
Can I raise my hand?
Sure. Yes, you with the boobs.
I look down and then I look at Nishra. I'm like, well, okay.
Wait, who has the bigger bust? This must be answered now.
Charisma wise?
Well, she's obviously dwarven in short of stature, so kind of,
It's like Dwarven versus Elven. Like, come on.
What's your charisma?
My charisma, 12.
Well, we know how
Mine's-
that's gonna work.
Mine's
It's just-
20.
See, that's just how well you work the assets you're given. That's just not what the assets are, though.
Mine is also 20. Can I look down at my chest?
I would. Zeke,
Alright, that's-
do you
I
really
just
want
start,
that
I
to
just
happen?
start patting myself. No,
I have a potion for that, Ezek, if you want it. Okay, sorry. So you keep mentioning Vecna. Who is Vecna?
It's
Oh,
a
boy.
deity of liches. How's that? Close enough?
Well, I'm still not
that's-
100% sure what a lich is either.
How point?
Clearly,
Well,
your
Case
studies
in
have
hand is
been,
me.
Oh,
See,
you're a
we
lich?
can- Yeah. See, we're kind of the people who decided to become immortal because we had a whole bunch of things we wanted to get done. We have a whole list. Each and every lich has a list. And that's kind of the things you want to get done. Most are in pursuit of evil things, some not so much. Take Astrak, for example. He wants to become the second most powerful lich. And the joke's on him. He's got egg on his face. Unless his Tomb of Horrors actually kicks off, he is screwed because you guys, yes, I know about you guys, destroyed the Soulmonger. Ooh, Vecna was pissed about that, but he also had to be more pissed at Astrak.
I imagine that there was a black mark on his record, I suppose.
Well, I guess it's better for him to be pissed at Sararak for that than.
I'm
It was
gonna
kinda
raise my
funny
hand
when-
here.
It was kind of funny when Lyra sat on him and pushed him down in the lava.
I sat on him with a T-Rex butt.
Oh boy, that sounds kind of gross and fun. And whatever works for you guys worked, right? So here we are.
Which side of the coin do you flip on?
I'm more of like a coin that's just kind of spinning around and doesn't stop.
Oh.
He is one of the very, very few liches who are not just flat out evil.
Oh yeah, most of them are like I said, and then Vecna, who he is the ultimate archlich. Now, what's up with him? Well, he's not just a lich anymore. Guess what, guys? He did it.
Oh
Can you
no!
believe it? He did it. He reached divinehood. He is
Wait.
now a demigod. He is now the demi-lich. He is the greatest lich of all liches.
Is that a good
And-
thing?
Well, I mean, for me,
Depends how
it is.
you
Like I said
swing.
earlier, I had to sit in my lair. I'm trying to play with my kitties and cats, and then comes in a group of adventurers and they throw fireball. Do you know how many cats survive a fireball?
Zero.
None.
Zero
Sir.
survives a fireball.
Sir, I screamed from down the hall. How do you hold the ghost kitty?
You hold really, really still.
Sir, it's leaving.
Ah, you're moving too much, including your mouth.
He'll never hold it then.
See? And there we go.
So if we're not in trouble, and you obviously don't particularly care for this David figure, I suppose this is just an introductory meeting.
Well, not so much. I really, really, really need you guys to either choose one of two things. One, behave. There's a delicate ecosystem here. Now, Vecna has given me all of Chalt. Like, how cool is that, right? It's basically because he has nothing here to offer him. There's nothing here. So I was like, hey,
I'll
can
raise
I
my
turn
hand.
this into my playground? So I did. And I turned this into a beautiful casino town full of merchants and food. Downside is he wouldn't let me just eliminate all the people that annoyed me. And so I kind of just have to let things go as they go because everybody, like I said, is under his alliance. And I don't want to kill anybody or disrupt Vecna's alliance. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, but we can be the unofficial official slappers for you.
But do we
And
don't want to be on Vecna's bad side either, do we?
No.
And I have a silly question.
I've got a silly answer.
Azarak has his little area down south of here. Does that mean he no longer owns it since you own all of Chult?
Well, I guess basically, yeah. He vacated, he picked up, and he's hanging out in another part of the world.
So, if you don't mind me asking, so who's controlling all the undead that are apparently supposed to be attacking Port Nananzaro?
See, that's kind of like the aftermath kind of stuff. So there's a lot there. So let's unpack it. First, you guys met the Yanti, right?
Oh,
Hey.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna pull the
Fine.
chair and
So
fucking
Vecna
plop
kind of
down.
made a deal
It's
with
gonna be-
them. They do stuff for him, and he'll raise their serpent god. So they've been doing stuff for him. And part of that's been a little bit of necromancy on the side, and it caused a whole lot of chaos. That was before I got here now, of course. So ever since then, the auntie just kind of raised a whole bunch of the undead. They used that old Rossi's guy to do a lot of it, but then he ended up croaking. Loser. He wanted to be one of us, but he couldn't hang.
Didn't survive the vibe check.
Now, you
Well,
guys
we
picked
do
a fight
know who
with
he would have
David.
been replaced by.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yes, one very unpleasant lady.
Oh, yeah. Well, we don't mess with the Yanti because Vecna's really kind of given them the freedom to do whatever they want because they kind of help out more than they hurt. At least his cause, right? And this is where we are right now. The Flaming Fist. God, they're a pain in the ass. But, like I said, they're in the Alliance. Vecna keeps him around because he's got a lot of connections to the cults. I assume you've heard of dragon cults like Tiamat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Vaguely.
She's back in town. Apparently her cultists were a little bit better than Vecna expected, and he was busy doing other things, like becoming a god. And so he let Tiamat happen. Well, not let, but it happened.
Well, she is a deity too in her own right, is she not?
Absolutely. But not as powerful as Vecna, right?
Hey, I have no
Right.
idea. I have no scope of scale. I'm a peon to a deity.
Right.
Yeah, see?
Yep, definitely. Yep.
Oh,
Right.
Jugs over there gets it. So, there's also elemental cults. Have you guys ever heard of the
Charged.
elemental princes, elder princes? These guys?
Yes.
No, maybe, yes. Oh, okay,
No.
great.
I need a history. No,
The
actually,
Flaming Fist have connections with these guys. They have some people on the inside that kind of feed us information every now and then, and that's why Vecna sees they're a valuable part of the Alliance. Now, if you're not a valuable part of the Alliance, he really has no qualms, we'll say, with severing ties.
Killing.
Looks at the ghost
Yeah.
cat.
Oh, no. Those were my rescues. The ones I rescued after the fireball from the fucking adventures.
Oh,
yeah,
you
those are my
rescued.
rescues.
Oh,
Where do the Drow pirates fall into this?
Yeah, they're not in the Alliance.
They sound like they could be useful. They seem to move very fast.
seem to be
True.
capable.
And hopefully they'll help us out with Tiamat when it's time. But it kind of pissed off Vecna over at Waterdeep. And it was just a whole thing. So I guess you could say they're not necessarily not in the Alliance, but they're also not in.
Like a third party,
Which
like
means they're
contractors. Kind of, yeah.
Well, if you're not reaching out to them, what if they join with Tiamat instead of you?
They definitely wouldn't join Tiamat.
Why?
Oh, there's too much beef there. As in, oh boy, I don't know how much you guys know. There's been so much going on. But
Let's just
basically,
assume
the
that we
Drow
don't
had
know
to-
anything.
Let's assume we've been in the jungle for the past 2 months and haven't heard anything at all.
Playing in somebody's demented little dungeon. The one that no longer lives here.
All right, fair enough. Well, where to start? Okay, so I was going to tell you about Tiamat just annihilating that Drow town that built itself up in the Middle Wastes, but let's go back even further than that, shall we?
Let's go back to the beginning.
Let's go back, well, as just enough to catch you up. So about a year ago, demonic hordes started creeping their way into the Underdark. They got there, and then the biggest problem was there's a whole bunch of infighting. Well, that was 7 years ago. Then, about a year ago, they actually got united under the Demon Queen of Fungi. They combined forces, and they started pushing even harder through the Underdark. I mean, Aboleths were driven crazy. Get it? Because they're already crazy? Okay.
So
Well,
I take it
crickets.
the fungi queen took out the spider queen?
Oh, yeah, definitely. And even better, so there's this growth. There's fungi all over the Underdark, right? Especially in the middle section, and it's sentient. Like, it knows everything the other spores know. It's wild. Well, the Demon Queen decided to form a new entity by merging with all this sentient fungal growth. And now known as Zugitmykos. That's a mouthful, and don't ask me to spell it. So now these hordes, led by Zugitmykos, consumed the Underdark. All right, so it's like kind of no more, except for like 3 cities. One of them's Mind Flayers, and they're really not worth the time, like getting into it, because there's enough infighting amongst Mind Flayers that we're good. So now the Drow, and that's how the Brigand Arth started moving around. They left the Underdark, set up a little town, and then Tiamat, when she arose, just felt like torching some shit. And that was one of the places they did. So they took to the sea and have been doing their best to make sure they're fast enough and mobile enough to stay out of her reach, or out of like the 1,000 dragons she sends out after them. So that's how I know they won't team up.
Question.
Yes.
What if we could be spies for you in that organization?
I mean, that could help, but it'd be kind of fun. I'll take any information you give, and I can pass it along to the big man.
Zeke raises his hand.
Yes, you without.
You're welcome. But so you're a lich, right?
Yes, I am.
Amazing. Question.
Yeah.
Can you cast resurrection and or true resurrection?
I mean, I guess I could.
So you see,
What was your name again?
Zigum Magma Brew.
well, you
Put
see,
that in
Zigum,
chat.
my name's Zeke, and I have a younger friend who died with this bunch of fools, and I was wondering if you could resurrect him, and I'd sell him into slavery for you, because he's been trying to rip me off, and I need to resurrect him to get my money back.
Wait,
That might be something you'll take up the Fallen Fist. They're really into that whole slavery thing.
Who is
Like
the
I said,
Fallen Fist?
the Flaming Fist. I
Flaming
apologize.
Ah.
I'm busy looking at this kitten. It's too cute.
Fallen
a big
Fist
kiss on the
sounds like
head.
a good name for a group.
Fallen Fist.
Hey,
Quick! We need to what's the word?
so
Okay, better question.
copyright.
Copyright. Yeah,
What,
that's
what
it.
would it take for you to resurrect one of my friends?
I guess I would need the time, the spells, the components, and I don't know, something for me to
trouble?
care about doing it for.
I,
Exactly.
he's
Thank you.
okay. So
I'll figure something out. Thank you.
I'm sure you
So-
will.
so what do you need us for then?
Well, I just kind of want to tell you guys to not really stir up a lot here unless you're really ready to cook all the stew, if you get what I'm saying.
Where can we stir?
Well,
And who do you not mind us stirring?
Or
Well-
who needs to be stirred?
Can we
The metaphor's
blend them
kind of
by
dropping
chance?
here.
I heard that your friend likes to blend people.
the Zentarium now, they are Vecna, like one and the same. Their leader made a pact as soon as Vecna came back and was like, "Yes, I will serve you," with a grin, and they are like the enforcements. Now here, I've made them a little bit more lighthearted because I'm lighthearted. Get it? I don't have a heart. It's very
Got
light.
that one.
Thank you for laughing. So here's the deal. You didn't hear me say this out loud, but, and telepathically, he says to you guys, the Flaming Fist could go, but you'd have to take out all of them. Their goal is to take over the Chulpan jungles, enhance their slave trade, and make lots of money by sending all these dwarves all over the world to work for them and the people they sell them to. And
I didn't
they really
hear
want to take
anything.
it top to bottom.
I don't suppose this is a, very much a from the top down problem, or is it just head of the snake causing the rest of the body to move problem?
More like it's the head of the snake, but you need to cut off all the heads. There's lots of snakes.
So it's a
Ah.
Hydra then.
No, because it comes back.
No, like they're
Oh.
very like
The-
like
the-
there are lots of branches, and each one has their own like head who work independently of each other. That way, there's technically not one head to cut off.
More
I'll talk
like
to you
it's
later about it.
it's a field of corn, and you need to take out all the stalks.
It's like the tall nail gets hammered first, but like with people.
In
In other
so
words,
many
we need to kill them
analogies
all.
And he gets out of your heads and says, basically, you guys understand what's needed to be done here. I don't have a problem if the slave trade ends. I'm not a big one into slaves.
I'm fine with that. I'm absolutely fine with that.
What other interesting things can you tell us, or other interesting groups that might be giving you a headache?
Oh, well, depends on how deep you guys want to go. There's been a lot of things happening. About 3 months ago is when Tiamat came back. And that's always kind of an issue. If there's a way for you guys to get rid of Tiamat, that'd be great. Never turned down that offer.
Deities are probably beyond us at this point, but give us a bit. We'll see what we can do.
Well, if you don't want to go directly, there is always taking her out the way she came in.
And who's
So,
that?
oh, well, so have you guys
Backdoor,
ever
of
heard
course.
of have you guys heard of Worm Speaker Silrajan?
No.
You know, no,
No.
come on. Oh,
No,
like
no,
the
we've
number
been out of
one
it.
yeah, but like for the past like 5 years, the leading worm speaker for the dragon cult. It's okay.
I've lived in a
So,
jungle my entire life. I don't know anything.
oh, fair enough. Under a rock. I get it.
Hey,
So he went and got the 5 parts of the Mask of the Dragon Queen, assembled it together, and freed her from hell. But the cool thing is, she is always thankful for everyone that helps her. So she thanked him by eating him.
Oh.
Okay, dark joke. All right.
She pooped the mask.
Well, that's the thing. She knows that mask can control her. Gives her a lot of power when she has it, but if someone else does, they have
Keeping
full
it real close to
control.
Yeah.
So she played rock, paper, scissors, and then played rock 5 times and smashed it back into pieces, and then just kind of scattered it, hit them all over, separated them. 2 of the pieces she really doesn't even know, have a clue where they are.
well, that's nice.
So
Do you?
really to make sure that no, you think I would have turned those in? I would have been even happier. He would have given me so many bobbleheads for that one. As you look behind him, you see that there's only a couple of books on the shelves, but the shelves are actually covered with like glittery, jewel encrusted, bejeweled like bobbleheads of all different types. You see little cats, you see beholder bobbleheads, all covered in jewels.
What are those things? Those like big-headed, like they're not bobbleheads, but like
Funkos.
Yeah,
Funkos.
those.
Funko Pop.
Yeah, does he have like a Funko Pop collection?
It's very very similar to that.
Cool.
And he points back. He goes, "Because I'm trying to collect them all."
Would
Now
those
here's-
be your enemies?
No. Oh my goodness, no. These are ancient artifacts and new artifacts. I don't know exactly who the creator is. It just says CAP on the bottom of each one of them, then has a number. And that's how you know they're official. That you put them underneath this little light, and it'll show you if it's a real CAP or not. And it kind of flashes a light on the bottom of it, and it glows and says CAP number 121 on the bottom of the beholder. It says most of them are like little cutesy ones that I really, really like, but I want to collect them all, no matter how ugly. Even ugly things need a little bit of love, right?
Yes. All right. Other than a god, do you have anything else on your list?
Ooh, well, let's see. Who would you like to help out? I mean,
Question.
oh,
Well,
yes.
Our preference would be you.
Oh, me?
You're the nice one.
Oh, you're so sweet. Okay. Well, if you really want to help me, one, you'll find me all the bobbleheads you could find. Oh,
Very simple man with a very simple task. I love it.
that's one of the reasons I wanted to live forever. I started with 5, and I felt my time was coming to an end, and so I was like, well, how do I extend this? How do I make this go further? How do I collect them all in one lifetime? You can't. What a cruel trick, right? Cruel trick by the gods. So I decided, hey, let's go long term with this thing, right?
You became a lich to collect bobbleheads.
Well, not just because of that, but that's one of the reasons. I mean, every lich has 3 reasons. You have to. It's part of becoming a lich. You have to have 3 reasons as to why you want to become a lich.
Are you allowed to tell us your 3 reasons?
Yeah, it's not going to stop me from being a lich. I'm kind of
okay.
already here. Well, one was the bobbleheads, of course. The second one was to continue an argument I have with an old friend of mine. So we've been having this debate, and I really need to finish it with him. Problem is, I can't find him. Last
Who's
I
your
heard,
friend?
his name's Artis.
Semper.
Yes, you know that asshole. Well, I'll say that in the nicest way
Uh-oh.
possible.
I
But
mean, yeah,
we have
he
had
is.
this lifelong discussion over a girl.
Ooh.
Oh, I don't.
I'm
No. That's
interested.
not my style. But
It's a little
I
I'm
late.
told him
interested
things are
in the
worth
story.
it. He says it's not worth it. We've gone back and forth, and well, I haven't seen him for like 4 or 5 years, so it's been a little bit of delay.
Word
But we've
has it
been
he's huge
arguing for
old.
at least 800 years over this.
I'll raise my
Holy
hand.
hell, he's that old?
A
Yeah,
ring
doesn't
makes
he
him
look it?
probably. He has a ring.
I don't know. I've never met him.
No, he does not look anywhere near that old.
Do I
Seems
look
right.
that old?
I mean, you look
His
like a
heart-
skeleton.
Yeah, I mean,
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yes, and then
Um,
lastly, oh, go ahead.
As far as Arctuses go, he's being pursued by giants. Where do they
Oh.
fall on your list?
You know, I mean, like I said, everyone is an ally of Vecna. But you guys heard about what happened up north, right? The whole
No.
freezing over. Oh,
no.
okay. Let's back this up. Do you know about giants and their social structure?
A little bit.
No.
Yeah. So they have a whole entire social structure. Like hill giants and stone giants are kind of bottom rung. Where you have like storm giants are kind of the elite, and fire giants fall in the middle, right? There's this whole hierarchy. I don't get hierarchies, but their god smashed the ordning. Now he created the ordning, which doesn't really make sense to go ahead and smash the ordning, but then there's a whole revolt. And the frost giants decided to go ahead and fight for the north. Not only did they do that, they teamed up with Arl. Anyone familiar with Arl?
No.
Blank stares.
Wow, you guys need to
I'm
read.
like 18. So
Again,
Well,
jungle.
unfortunately, we don't have as much time as you have.
Fair enough. I like you guys. So, Oral is like, okay, if Paylor is like sunshine and happiness, Oral's like the embodiment of Winter's wrath. She pretty much is like anger and hatred and darkness, but also like very classy while doing it. You'll know her when you meet her. She's like blue skinned, female deity. She hangs out with the frost giants. In fact, the frost giants sided with her, helped her go ahead and take over the north. And if you don't know, there's this place called Icewind Dale. Anybody seen it on a map? Anybody?
really far
No.
north. I
Okay,
think.
hold on. And he pulls down a map. And he's like, all right, you are here. Here is Waterdeep. You go up to here. Here's Baldur's Gate. And you go all the way up to here. And that's Icewind Dale. All this northern area right here, perma-winter. So make sure you bring some hot cocoa and a lot of warm clothes. Well, they're on the hunt for this Ring of Winter. It's what's kind of going to solidify their power. And that's what's up with all the frost giants around here. They're down here looking for something, and they keep pushing more of them down here. So that tells me the Ring of Winter is probably around here somewhere.
I'll
But
raise
it's not my
hand.
problem. Yes.
What if I told you we have a good guess where the ring is?
I would say that'd be information the frost giants would love, but I don't want to make any deals with them. That's all on you.
Okay, what if we tell you it's your buddy that you want to talk with and have debates with?
No shit. That's how he stayed looking so good. Oh, what a clown that one is.
So would it be worth it to you for us to try and help him out?
I don't know, because I'd win my debate if they got him. Well, no, just the debate would be over, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Did you want us
I'll
to
have to
bring
think
him
about
to
that.
you, I suppose?
I mean,
Well,
at
he
least
knows where I am if he wants to come see me. He knows. I've been here.
Yeah, but how long have you been here?
Oh, let's say like 200 years or so, been hiding underneath the town.
Oh, so questions
Well-
in. Is there another circle of teleportation like around here that we can use? Because like the other one is like kind of like.
No, that's more of
Full
like no. That's like the Flaming Fist thing. They love their circles. Those in the
Oh.
Yanti, they are gross about them.
Okay.
Now, it seems they destroyed one in town.
Yeah, because this old dude wouldn't let them use it. They wanted to smuggle in slaves through it, make their little transportation faster, and he said no, and they said bye, and it was kind of a sad mess. But I was able to get a couple of kittens out of the deal.
You really should just change that whole like up into like a reserve kind of thing, because like it's not really there anymore.
I'll think about it.
As for your third reason,
Oh, well, this one's my favorite. My favorite. I want to visit, and I mean every inch of the world. But along my way, I want to play pranks, just one prank on every city, village, or civilization I come across. Like,
That sounds like 4 things.
well, no,
I
it's
feel like
kind of
you-
wrapped in.
You can
I
wrap
want to
that last
visit
one.
every inch of
Yeah.
the earth and play a prank on the civilizations I come across. Like, have you guys ever heard of murder hornets? Yeah, that was me. That was me, right? I came to this little town full of cowboys, right? And they're like, yeehaw, and all this, bunch of elves and humans trying to like, they love to like purposely ride untamed cattle. Okay, it doesn't make sense, right? That should be the prank in itself. But I went ahead and made it even more fun when they do these rodeos. I added murder hornets to the town, so now they have to run really fast to get on the bull and hope the bull doesn't kick them off into a hive of murder hornets.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, it's so funny.
I'll raise my hand again.
Oh. I got an orange orangutan elected governor of an entire town of dwarves. It's great. And they listen to everything this orangutan says. He's like, ho, 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 and they all copy him and then try to interpret what he says as to what they do next. Let me tell you, it's fun. It's fun. It gives me life. Well, as much as I can get.
I'll raise my hand again.
Yes.
You said you've been hiding in the town for 200 years.
Yeah.
What has kept you from going out amongst the world and doing your pranks during that time?
He's a lich. The kind of people kind of look down on that.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
not
I kind
anymore,
of covered that
but-
earlier with the like, I'm glad Vecna's here because the adventures aren't coming for me.
I think Kashar, to my understanding, liches are some of the most magical, powerful beings on Earth. That he could not disguise himself and go among us seems kind of odd.
No, but
There's always
I would
that one
imagine that-
asshole with True Sight.
Yeah.
Always gets me.
That or they're like, oh, hey, you've been sitting around here for like 50 years and you haven't aged a day.
I raised my hand.
Well, he's not looking to stay 50 years. He's looking to travel everywhere.
And now I can. Well, once I kind of get things on
Settled.
autopilot here, BB's
Yeah.
doing a great job for me. Now, if you see him, be sure to tell him a good job. I think he's doing great. I hope he's doing great by you.
Oh, we haven't had a problem out of BB.
No, BB's been great.
He's
He's
been
been awesome.
straightforward, explained everything.
He was very charming at
Unlike
first,
that
and
David fellow.
then he didn't. Then he said some mean things, but yeah, he's great.
Fair enough.
Is that because he wouldn't give you
I
a
have
discount?
another question.
Yes.
We heard a little bit about possibly some vampires somewhere. Are they a thorn in the side of Vecna as well?
Oh, no. They keep things kind of under control. They have their own little hierarchy, and they're pretty big into like their social graces, if you will. They hold this just a little bit of proper manners when even when having their undead roaming the cities.
I have a question.
Yes.
My friend Kashar here. You love your cats and your dogs and other animals. Well, he also loves his family. His family's in Waterdeep, or was. Is there any way you could find out anything about that?
Um, well, it depends on who they were. Most of I don't know, I'd say most of the lower quarters kind of got overrun when Vecna came through and he was like, "Hey, I'm here." And then the masked lords, I don't know if you know, there's 16 of them. They kind of run the city, blah 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 blah. Well, a couple of them said, "No, we're still rulers here. We're going to take you on." And he just kind of laughed and then wiped them off the face of the earth and replaced all their servants and family members with undead. I mean, he's got a sense of humor, right?
Well, as you can see, my friend is a sparkly little demon boy. His parents are somewhere in the hierarchy of the city, but
Trying to figure out where the fuck they live. Hold on.
odds are they're probably little horned fellows like he is.
I'm the only one in the family at the time. So
Wait,
Yeah,
your
he's
family doesn't have horns.
no, he's
No.
like a little bastard kid who they had to send him off to go get trained elsewhere because they didn't want the courtesans to see their freak of a son.
Mm.
All due respect.
But if I mean, who
Figure out
else
the
could
fuck they live.
communicate over such great distances than somebody as powerful as yourself?
Oh,
I mean,
well, let me just let me pull out this little book here. Let me see. Okay. And what is your family name?
Gralhund.
Hey, good news. There's still a couple of them alive. That's a good thing.
I mean, I suppose it depends on which ones are alive.
I'm not sure the names. They just have them listed out here with first initial and then their last name of the family. We didn't purposely kill any of them, by the way. But it looks like, yep. There he is. He's sitting as one of the masked lords. Yep, he must be doing right by Vecna.
That's a good
He
thing
is.
then, right, Kishar?
What are they in charge of? What are they in? Oh, this is why the asterisk is there. They're not exactly on his good side, not his bad side, but they're tasked with a pretty tough job because I don't know why. They got mouthy, who knows? But
yeah, that's fine.
Their job is their family has to get the Nether Scrolls.
What are those?
All 50 of them. All
50
50 of them. Oh yeah.
What are Nether Scrolls?
Boy, you guys really need to do some reading. Okay, hold on. Let me see here. And he reaches back behind him into this little pile, moves a couple of bobbleheads to the side, and he pulls out a sheet of platinum. You can just tell right off the bat it is platinum, but it's paper thin. And even he can shake it at the corner and it shakes like a piece of paper. There is gold arcane writing all over this thing, just kind of swirling and moving. He's like, this is a Nether Scroll. They are just packed full of information. Basically, if you want to know everything about magic, this is it.
I don't suppose I could take a look at that, could I?
I can't let it out of my hands, but I can let you have a look at it in a second.
Is that one of the ones that
yes,
the
please.
family needs to collect, or are there 50 others than that?
Oh, no. This is number 1 out of 50. So there's 49 others out there.
Well, then why do you have it? Why don't you give it to Vecna's
No, not
people?
not give. Because this is a man of virtue. You need to give him stuff.
Well, yeah, I found this one a long time ago.
It's all about power, Lyra, and that is power.
Okay, it's northeast part of Waterdeep.
I read this so much, and I still learn something every single time. Does it
have bedtime stories?
Depends on what you call
heroes, demons, the rise and fall of Tiamat.
No, it's more like, well, here.
Yeah,
The doggo.
How many of you
stopped
can read
moving.
here? How many of you can actually read?
Oh, me,
I
please,
can
love of
read
God, let me read
some.
it.
I can read.
Okay. Let's come on up here. And he
Okay.
calls you guys up closer to him. And he turns the paper around. He's holding it like he's reading story time to you guys.
I'm gonna sit crisscross in front of our friend.
A little ghost kitten comes and sits in your lap as you're sitting there waiting.
Nobody move.
And then he talked, and it went away.
He's like, this is actually chapter 1, scroll 1 of the Arcanus Fundaire. That's the name of this chapter. It's pretty neat. And he starts reading off of it. And it is, you thought you understood the fundamentals and origins of magic and how your spells are even thrown. And this is above your head. Unless, does anybody have an intelligence of, no, you guys don't have 24, better.
Wow.
It is above your head. So he keeps on reading about it, and you're like hearing more about like how magic flows and how it's just magic isn't even there. It's like you see like all these different classes. It starts talking about like the evocation and illusion, and he's just like, there is no such thing as just a class or the division of spells. And he tries breaking it down for you as much as possible, just this first page, where it's talking about how the illusion of the illusion spells is that there is no illusion spells. And you're just sitting there like, okay. All right.
So there
think I've
is
heard
no
something about
like
that before.
types of
I'm
magic. It's just
absolutely
all-
lost. So very lost. Can I
I've
just
heard
play
something
with?
about
Can I
that
play
when I
with
went
the
to
doggo?
college.
I'm sorry, there's a couple of yelling at once. Lyra is completely lost and scratching her noggin.
No, I'm gonna go play with the doggo.
Excellent. I love that. I love that move. And then Ezek, you were doing something.
I heard something similar about that when I went to college. I was learning how to speak to people, but there were other bards who were trying to become magicians, sorcerers, and all the other mumbo jumbo, while being a bard.
Okay, cool. Great story.
Cool story, bro.
College was a fun time.
I like it. I like it.
So is this so just for clarification, the Arcanus Fundaire, is that the chapter we are reading, or is
yes,
that
that is
Okay.
oh no, that is the yeah, that is the chapter. It is the first scroll of 10 in this chapter. There are 5 chapters.
So 2 scrolls to a chapter.
okay? Is there any way I could make like a
You said
check
there's
to
5
actually?
chapters total,
Yes. For a
And
total
so-
of 50 scrolls.
so 10 scrolls per chapter.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
And let's just say that we wanted to help our friend's family, right? With getting them all 50 pages. Would you would you let us have that one to help him, or no?
Oh, if you get the other 49, it'd be my honor.
Oh, all right.
Oh well, that's simple enough.
Oh, okay.
Sure. We
I don't
just had to
suppose-
find-
You have a lead on those. I was like, you have a nice, well-marked map to point us in the.
Oh, you'd probably have to scour the earth for those.
What if we make enemies, like the so-called enemies that you said are not our friends,
That's what Fireball
Like
is
the-
for.
like the
What do you-
vampires
Is that
or
what?
or the flaming fist
That's
or
what.
other.
Alright, so you have fireballs for the flaming fist, and you have like radiant sunlight for the vampires.
Well, so if we wanted to because I'm still not sold on this whole
Yeah,
being
well, no,
on Vecna's side thing.
You guys see the problem, right? Like if everyone is a part of Vecna's clique, and somebody has the scrolls, They're not
Bonds they
giving out.
don't want to give it up.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to make enemies of them, unless they're like this guy. In which case, we can
I
work
mean,
something out.
I suppose it
I-
really depends on how Vecna looks at his like alliance, right? I think as long as everything is running smoothly in the area where he wants
Well,
it smoothly, he'll like
how
look
are
the other
we
way, probably.
How are we supposed to know like what we can and can't do and not piss off Vecna or?
I think he's already told you. If you mess with his, you
Well,
mess with him.
I understand that. I understand that that's the way of things that are now. But what if things change? Let's say we're on our way to Waterdeep to go do something there, and as we do that,
Something changes.
Tiamat something changes. How are we supposed to know?
Oh, I know, friend.
Well,
Can we claim your name and take their shit?
no.
Wow.
Oh boy. Okay, I'm gonna have to really spell that out for this one right here, huh?
Yeah.
Yes.
So he pulls out a little scrap of parchment and he's like, okay, let's see. So Cult of the Dragon. Get him.
Got
Brigand
it.
Arth.
Get him. Got it. Good.
Whatever. Any of the elemental cults, get them.
Okay, now we can do elemental because they're friends of the fist. Because I thought you said that the elementals, the Flaming Fist, knew the elementals.
They do. They've got Flaming Fist has like contacts and connections everywhere. So that's kind of why we're keeping them around, is because they kind of keep us up on what the elemental clans are doing. Word is that they're trying to like group up, which is like unheard of, especially for the different types to come together. It's stupid. They're not going to do it, but Vecna wanted us to keep a little hand on everything.
What about the giants?
Oh, giants. Yeah, no one cares about those guys. They're just they're all over the place now too. Like, oh, the storm giants are nomads now, just kind of wandering around. A sad bunch of folk falling from power like that. It's pretty sad, but let's see. Cholt, he doesn't really want you to mess with my town. I don't really want you to mess with my town.
What about the rest of Cholt?
Well, if you could, I mean, the rest of Cholt has Yonti. We can't mess with the Yonti.
Is that like a deal breaker kind of thing? Like,
I mean, it's your area. You should be able to deal with it what you like, right?
Well, I'm not a god. I'm just a lich trying to have a good time, right?
yeah, that's fair.
Well, we're trying to keep you in a good time.
I just,
would a
don't
Yanti
start
deity
none.
on this continent be a good time for you?
Oh, there's no way I'm letting Seth come here. Hell no.
Well, that's what they're trying to do right now.
Oh, well, yeah. I don't think they're going to be successful down there. Because between you and me, Vecna's never going to raise their god.
And they kind of need a certain crown that's not in their possession.
Oh, they need way more than that crown. So, the Red Wizards. They kind of made a deal. So Vecna kind of lets them do their little stuff. As long as they like help him out with teleportation circles or really like Waterdeep's arcane defenses. He really wants those to be pretty strong. Who else can you?
So does that mean yes or no to him?
Yes or no on what?
The Red Wizards.
Oh, don't mess with the Red Wizards. He likes using them a lot.
Yeah.
What about the vampires?
Oh, he just let them go on their own. They actually ran they just let their town do themselves in.
So he doesn't care one way or the other about them?
No, I mean, they're here. They're not. I mean, it doesn't matter.
They're not causing trouble, but they're also not like pledging. So, they kind of.
So if someone or all of them died off, he wouldn't care?
Wouldn't care.
Neverwinter will be ours. Or Evernight.
It's
I'm sorry.
Evernight. Yeah.
Evernight.
See, Neverwinter was kind of like their own demise. That's a. We need to be here for 2 or 3 more days for me to even get into that whole thing.
Oh no,
I mean,
we're not going to be here for 2 or 3 more
Right.
days.
I don't suppose you have a nice little TLDR little pamphlet.
Oh, I've been
No,
writing
it
stuff
just.
down.
Now, I do have a book here. It's about 75 to 100 pages deep. It'll probably take a group of adventurers, I don't know, in Earth time, probably about 4 months to complete the module. He goes, so that's a lot of reading to do.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at
Demons,
reading. Let me
demons
see.
and devils. You can get rid of those guys easy. Those, no connection to them. And then, so yeah, that's a kind of a short list of who he doesn't care about.
That's a long,
Zentarum.
short list.
Well,
Well,
Are there any other power players out there that you know of that aren't necessarily on his like or dislike list? But I mean, it might be people on his dislike list. I mean, we don't need to get ourselves in trouble, right? So we need to know who every player is.
well, like I said, any Tiamat and any of his little dragons or cult followers, even if it's the tiniest kobold, you can smash them as hard as you want.
oh,
I like
Yeah.
that.
What about
Kobolds
that
are
kobold
any
store?
dragon, any dragon can
What
go.
about that cobalt store in the city?
Hey, leave him alone.
Okay.
We're in the city. We don't mess with the city people.
Okay. Is it summertime?
I don't suppose
What
you
What
would have
about
a
about
these?
things like the Harpers or others?
Yeah, the Harpers are gone.
The Emerald Enclave?
Gone. Tiamat did that one.
Well, I suppose you would have a lead on the next scroll, would you? Point me in the right direction.
Well, you might want to go talk to your family in Waterdeep. They might be able to help you there. Other than that, I would probably maybe talk to Frost Giants. I don't know. They're not smart enough for those.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yes, some of them are all right.
You got to remember, though, they have a new deity.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, but that's like guiding like a bunch of like ants. Like, you can
That's
tell
why
them
I
where
was-
to go, but they can't like do.
I still think if we want to deal with the Frost Giants, we should talk to Thera. If we talk to Thera, she's been here before all that, it sounds like, so
Yeah.
she might not be part
Well,
of that.
I mean,
Well,
if we
let's
really want to
ask-
get the
Let's
giants,
ask Sigan. Does Thera still exist?
Oh, aye.
I mean,
Oh
did
yeah,
you-
she's here in town.
Oh, she is.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to go see Theron. Oh wait, she's not going to recognize me.
no.
That's all right. I'm gonna deal with that here shortly.
If we really wanted the giants' attention, we would just need to find Artemis and yoink the ring and be like, "Hey, we got the ring."
Well,
Come
that
say
doesn't
hi."
sound.
No, Artemis is his friend. We don't want to put him in harm's way.
Well, no, we don't. But that does sound like a place to start, though, doesn't it? Zigum, doesn't he want us to find Artemis
Artemis typically stumbles into us in the middle of the jungle.
for him? Well, we're not in the jungle anymore, so we're gonna have to go back out into the jungle then.
To hunt for Artemis, yes.
I mean, I suppose like what was the arguments that you wanted to have with them? Like,
Well,
It was over
I don't
a
want to.
girl.
I don't want to talk his tea. I don't want to spill it. So maybe if he tells you about it, then we can talk more about it, and I'll tell you my side of things. But as you were asking about orders, the Lord's Alliance, the Order of the Gauntlet, gone. Tiamat's pretty good about wiping out people who don't like her.
very thorough.
Yeah. So I bet you she would probably have a couple of the scrolls. Dragons, they like to hoard stuff.
That's it, Joe.
Even if it's shiny, don't even know what it is. They'll just take it and keep it.
Since we haven't been in town for very long, is that dragon up in the mountain still here? Is it like west of Port Nanzaro?
East, wasn't it?
I thought it was west.
There are no dragons left here. Any dragons that were here, they up and flew off.
So you're saying there's an unguarded dragon horde just hanging out in a mine somewhere?
Probably not.
There's no way there's not.
Metagame, you guys already killed the dragon and took their horde.
Did we really? No, I thought there was another dragon up in Port Nanzaro.
No, it was only that one.
Oh, okay. But I could have sworn we saw one.
There was one to the northeast.
Yeah. There was a dragon in a cave, and we're like, oh fuck, no, we're too low level for that. This is like way back at the start of the campaign.
Was it before or after I came along?
This was after you came along. It's like in one of the caves, like to where I want to say it's west in one of those mountain cave things.
I thought it was northeast.
No, because northeast I think is that's over where the Flaming Fist Fortress is, I think.
Oh, there's an island. Let me take you over here. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, check out the yeah. I thought it was like these.
Lantan. So look the northwest.
Oh no! I was talking about one of these two mines. It was hanging out. Or like one of these. Because we came up here. We're like, oh fuck, it's a dragon. Let's not go there.
Or the mine over at Fort Bellerin.
I don't recall that. I thought it was one of these three.
There were rumors of it there.
Okay, cool.
But if you saw one, it would be either flying over above and head to Lantan when you guys were here earlier, because that's where.
Oh, you could think it could have been pit stopped. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
The only dragon was on Chult was supposed to be the semi-friendly one in. Not Rockhammer, Wormheart Mine.
Semi-friendly.
We killed that one.
Yeah.
Wait, that was supposed to be friendly.
If you didn't sneak up on him and start attacking, he would have talked.
Oh,
damn.
Well,
what other groups are there on this continent that you don't particularly care for, or you do care for?
Really, the only three groups here: the Flaming Fist, the Zentarum, and then the Yanti. But the Yanti aren't in town.
Okay,
so
the only one.
The towns to the very south of the continent.
Are you talking about like Jahaka or
all the way southeastern peninsula? I mean,
like when you're starting to connect to the land, like the Sunrock Mountains and stuff, like Samarach.
Like down here.
Yeah.
That's where all the cults have been hanging out. Oh, those elemental cults.
I don't suppose you might have in your possession, or someone of the Flaming Fist might have in their possession, an airship, would they?
Oh no, those things don't last long here.
Yeah.
Freaking terror birds. They do a number on them.
Clearly not enough fireballs. That's all I'm saying. They didn't know how to handle.
Hey, but we've got a fast ship. We can
I'm
make
just
some
saying,
friends with that.
like,
well, we
it would
have
be
a
so
somewhat
convenient.
fast ship.
Yeah.
Someone has lied to me then, because someone told me that this was like the fastest ship in Chult.
What is
You
the
saw what
fastest
the
ship?
Brigand of the Earth did.
Yeah.
Oh, the Brigand of
that's
Earth.
right.
They're very talented. It's all about the formation.
Well, they're
Their
also
ships are
very
fast.
fast.
Right? No, that's the secret.
Are you talking about how hydrodynamic, if you set inside the wake just right, just like aircraft, so that the people who are behind the lead man catch a bump draft are able to, go more efficiently?
It's that, and you have a good storm sorcerer, and you guys everyone's just flying.
So they're cheating. Got it.
That's
So
literally how they keep so
not
fast. Is
it's
there?
really actually really slow, but because of their little storm mages, they're like, oh, we're so fast. Okay, got it.
They have very high tech ships that would be as fast as your guys' ship. So you guys have equal speed ships, but because of the pattern they fly in or drive in, they're able to just go further, faster.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Control the water, capsize the ship. That's fine.
Given this is your land, is there a particular area you're having issue with or would want first? taken from somebody that you don't like per se?
He'll go telepathic again and be like, if you guys want to just smash out the flaming fist, that wouldn't be looked down on. They cause more problems, and I don't like seeing slavery because it's just, I don't know,
So it's wrong.
not my bag.
Do you know of
But-
any places besides Camp Righteous Vengeance and Jahaka that they are hiding?
No, they're not really hiding. They're pretty strong and bold.
I don't
Seems
suppose
like we
you
need
know
to do a
there are.
little-
Yeah, but I
Do
mean,
you know?
we're trying to. If we're going to do it, as you said, we need to take out every place. So, is there a way you could tell us every place that their
I-
big bases are?
Thoughticus. I don't suppose you know the hierarchy of the Flaming Fist. Like, is it one head honcho piecing out orders?
That's what he was
it's
saying earlier.
He in
The
short.
biggest honcho is probably either hanging out in Boulders Deep still, or one of the generals is in Fort Belleron.
Okay, guys, here's the plan. We take over the Flaming Fist here. Then, because it's easier to subserve, the lieutenants and captains versus the entire, just wipe out an entire group, right? I'm thinking if we are the ones, calling the shots, as to say, then we can suddenly change what they do here in Jolt.
Where did you say that general might be?
Fort Belleron. This one up here in the north.
Just around the bay.
Yeah, up here in the northeast.
You know what we can do. What power level would you say said general is?
Between you and us, where does he where does he fit?
Is he more like you or is he more like us?
Is he a caster?
She is not.
Why don't we just
caster.
ask his shoe size?
12 and a half.
It does well for him to know the power levels of those that
Yeah.
he might have to face.
Well, seeing how she is a melee, not a caster, then her lieutenant will probably be a caster. At least that's what I would do. So, I'm not seeing too much of a problem here.
Okay, you guys are nice. I like you guys. Okay, can we agree? Can we just kind of come in agreement? I'll give you guys some good start, and you guys just be nice and don't come back in here and try to take me down. I just want to play with my cats. So, like, no matter what happens out there for you guys, just
if Artemis
don't.
likes you, we like you.
fair enough.
I don't even know Artemis, but I like you
He's
just because
okay. He's kind
you're
of a prick.
cool.
But, he's okay.
We have one other question. You've lived for probably millennia at this point. Is there any items you might be willing to part with, either for coin or other? I mean, we tried to do that with the Centaurum, but they want us to play games.
Yeah, they want you to go up to the VIP section. That's kind of how they kind of weed out the riffraff. Not that you're
But
riffraff.
10,000 gold a day is it's literally to run the whole city almost. So
yeah,
I'm
but
not
you
sure
go
who's-
up there once. Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of their deal. But I will help you out with a couple of pictures, a couple of names. So for Belrun, you've got Liara Portier. I put her Portier.
Oh God,
If
she's
you guys
so
want to look into
old.
general,
I don't see it.
In general.
in general chat.
Into Discord.
And
Is she the first?
Oh no, she is just she's just the commander. She is pretty much the highest ranking member of the Flaming Fist in Chult. She answers only to one other person, and that is the Grand Duke Older Ravengard.
Sounds like we've got our first 2 heads to put on the platter.
Is it the
Alder
Grand
is
Duke,
in-
the head of the Flaming Fist?
More or less.
Yeah, Larry, I don't think we are at that point.
He is.
You don't know until you've tried.
He's the Grand Duke Marshal of the Flaming Fist. So that is essentially the highest title you can get.
Yeah, he's the one that everybody bows to.
Okay.
And he's not on this continent.
Well, we were talking about
If-
leaving the continent anyways.
He hands you another slip of paper. So if you guys want to write this down, I will give you. I'll post it up in game chat. The hierarchy. So when you run into people,
We know what level of bullshit to give them. Got it.
yep. Yeah, you'll find Alder. You'll find him up in Baldur's Gate.
Sounds like we need to take a fucking trip.
He controls the town.
Hey, but we need to deal with this portier lady first, don't we?
Question to you again, Ziggin.
Yes.
Do you think if we took out Lyra that we could actually take the group over, or do you think they would just come after us?
Ooh. I think if you took her out, there could be a possibility that other people might want to step up into the category of Blaze. But
And
I
if
think
we
if
were
you took her
to-
out, I don't think there would be anyone as tough as she is along the lines here in Chult.
And if we were to encourage this person to step up into her space as someone favorable,
That's on you, not me.
fair enough.
Ziggin would prefer none of them on the continent, correct?
I'll just kind of be honest. I don't have a dog in the fight. Get it?
See what
I
you did there.
got dogs. Oh,
We
Thanks for
really are
laughing
just
at
cutting
it.
around here.
Yes, but you know them. They're like fleas.
Not
Right,
even a
so-
Do
smirk
you
at my
really
cat
want the
joke.
fleas to stay on the continent?
No, you don't want the fleas on
No.
the continent.
That's why I said you can do whatever. If they were gone, Zentarium would probably be a little happier and they'd spread their wings a little bit more here, but it'd probably make things a little less tense. And you won't be swindled by Dave and Bob anymore.
Well, and let's think about this too. We take this lady out here, and then we head straight for. You said he was at Baldur's Gate, Older, this fella.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they're not going to have somebody. We'll throw this place into complete disarray for them, and they're not going to have somebody here fast enough to be able
Here's
to.
not a deal, but you're talking about going to Baldur's Gate,
Well, right.
where the common people are as high a level as she is. That is the head of the military. It's the generals from all over.
The common people are as high as the general.
I mean,
don't think-
you're looking at walking in on a place where the true elite are. You're
I
not.
think he's talking about Baldur's Gate. Yeah.
Yeah.
As like a power level kind of thing, I believe.
Yeah, Baldur's Gate has like
Oh,
all
I know.
the head honchos of the world.
Yeah, I know they have a lot of head hunters there.
Okay, so then he's not accessible at the moment. So then we need to focus on this laity to throw Cholt back into the favorable side.
You know, Ziggin, this is a weird question that we'll ask. If we were able to manage, say, wiping out a certain fort, would you be able to put somebody there that could do good forgeries to give orders?
That's really out of my scope of
What about
practice.
BB?
Would you know somebody that would?
BB BB really enjoys his lifestyle of the rich, but doesn't want to be famous. He likes to keep his profile low, enjoy the luxuries of life while there still are luxuries in life.
Would he know somebody that could do that?
That'd be a question for him. But I love your enthusiasm. Why don't you become the leader?
Yeah, I was about to say, like, why even bother? Like, why not we just take one for ourselves?
Why do we want to stay in one spot?
We said we were going to stay.
We don't have to stay in one spot to lead.
Yeah.
If you're going to send orders, the orders...
A second. Again, I hate to impose. I don't suppose you know the spell sending, do you?
The marshal?
No, a spell sending. Like communicate across mass distances.
Come on. Duh.
Don't suppose you have a scroll, or I could take a look at that, do you?
You know what? Come on over here. Let's take a look at this nether scroll with me.
Excellent. All right, guys, I'll be back in like 5 hours.
Actually, to read
3 hours.
Just out of character, just to read this one scroll
Sending
will take
or
you about
the nether one.
The nether scroll will take you 3 months to read the scroll, and then when you go back to read it, this is all out of game metagaming. When you go back to read it, it'll be all new information.
It's a fucking
deeper
Elder
than what
Scroll.
you just read. Yeah,
So-
essentially.
So,
Yeah.
okay, so just out of character.
Yeah.
So, is it actually? So, if you get all 50 scrolls, right?
Yeah.
So, if you get all 50 scrolls, is it just a large compendium, or each one just kind of basically like Wikipedia, like tablets to look up? Like they all contain the exact same information, just
Nope.
it just slowly shifts over, or
No. It's like deeper than that, man. This is the key to magic.
You'll understand magic better than anyone else in the entire universe.
No, you will know magic. You will embody it. You'll unlock every secret there is. It is ultimate supreme
At that
power,
point, you
control,
could
knowledge.
try to be a deity.
Oh yeah,
Kishar,
you
have
could take down the greater deities if you had all these scrolls. If you had all 50 scrolls, and you had the time to read them, like a lich does, you could take down the greater gods.
Kishar, did you stuff the
Credit
hilt of your sword down in your pants? It's looking a bit tight there.
don't you talk about my preferences. Might be a little bit of droll. You don't know what I'm into.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I do.
Yep, pretty sure. Yeah, I'm sure. Next, I don't think I have sending. Yeah, I don't. Okay.
Well, everything that they're going to do is going to be by the seal that the Blaze has.
Yeah, but
So-
if we're able to basically put a mannequin in place where they handle, because let's be honest here, how many of these head honchos are actually doing their day to day? I suspect 0, because that's not what I want to do. That's not how management should work. So you delegate everything, and the main decisions just kind of come down. So, if by all accounts we are still here giving orders, and what the fuck does it matter?
I have one more question. It's a little bit of a personal question.
Yeah.
You've got a thing here for animals and giving them homes and such. Does any of Do you let them like roam free, or let them go with people, or do they just hang out here with you?
They just kind of hang out here. I feed them, I take care of them, I keep them safe. And then when they decide to move on to the next realm, I make sure that they still have a safe place to stay if they want to, or I let them move on.
We can't like adopt one of your little furry friends, can we?
Oh, like I trust you, but I don't trust you that well yet.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I'm not sure if the home fits the pet,
So
What's your adoption background?
Pokehead, come on over here and read this with me. He holds up the nether scroll. I need you to make me 3 constitution checks.
Oh, have fun with that.
Oh, fuck. I ain't good at those.
So make one first. First one's not too bad. DC 12.
Hello? It's not. Okay, there you go. Am I not? Let me reload. Hold on. I clicked a couple times and it didn't do anything. Un momentus. Technical difficulties.
I can pop one of my runes to help with that. That would let you re-roll checks, I think.
Hey, Lyra, if you want to just like try and do something that requires a skill check real quick, so I can cast a spell.
A skill check? Sure, I can do it like what if I'm like playing with one of the dogs and like trying to teach it a new trick?
It's fine, it's fine.
Animal handling.
There you go. I can do an animal handling check.
Nah, that's fine.
All right. I'm gonna do it anyways.
Wow, okay, interesting. I'm just now seeing some stuff. What?
Reading this, your head starts to throb, but you instantly have learned sending.
Oh,
it appears in your spell book.
Fuck! Is this?
It appears in your spell book, and you're
instantly.
like,
no.
Like, oh, holy shit! I get it.
Guys, I need this fucking scroll so bad. You have no idea.
Next Constitution check. Roll.
Numero dos.
Oh.
I'll let you use my inspiration.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Same thing.
I'd like
Doesn't
to
Lyra have a thing she can have you reroll?
Yeah, hold on.
I'd like to send myself off in a blaze of glory.
I just gotta remember which one it is.
Is it?
You need
Frost?
a 10 to not go insane, so please just do
Oh,
better.
shit. I mean...
Okay, I can use my Storm Rune to give you advantage on the ability check.
All right, so I'd say roll one more time then.
It wouldn't be... No, that's resistance to psychic damage and on those saving throws. Damn. And I think that's just to maintain concentration. Damn it. Okay, there's no spells to help at the moment with this. All right, rock and roll, baby.
You got this.
If it's another 5, I'm going to cry.
No, it's a 3. You have a throbbing headache as your brain just starts to spin. It feels like there's a hamster running on it, a wheel in one direction, and then a guy on a motorcycle driving around your skull in the other.
Will greater restoration help?
Yeah, probably.
You have a horrible headache, and you have 1 level of exhaustion as you start coming to again.
Is he insane?
No, he's not insane. He just has a level of exhaustion. He nearly went insane. He goes, oh, it might be a little too much.
Be a contract,
He's
man.
like, he goes, there's one more page I can let you read if you want.
Do we risky the bisky?
It's your bisky that you're
Risky the bisky.
DC 16.
Wait, so this one didn't get me anything, correct?
No, you got nothing. The DC
got
was
nothing.
No, you got nothing. The DC was 15 on that.
And
DC is going to be 18. I said 16, but it's actually 18 on this last one.
It'd be metagaming me if I didn't click this button because now I know.
Well,
what
you
the
know,
DC is.
it's getting tougher and tougher. You just realize, like, oh, that was harder than the last one.
I don't.
Give it a go. You know you wanna.
Oh, I know I want to. I just don't think any.
I think Kashar would do it no matter
I
what.
don't know. Zeke,
yeah,
Zeke,
most
do you,
likely.
Zeke, do you cheer him on? Do you think he can do this? Do you think he should go one more time?
I don't have any.
Do you want to inspire him at all, Zeke?
Wink,
I think
wink.
we lost our bard.
Bard.
Yes, actually. But
Theseus, I could use a
the
bless.
problem is, I think he's gonna have a bad time, even if I do inspire him.
Well, what's your you're all bard, right? That's a D8 now.
Yes.
Would Theseus, would his bless help as well?
Oh, thank you.
Wouldn't
don't-
guidance help better?
So I have advantage plus your D8 plus a D4
Well,
from
you had
bless.
it. You had advantage.
Had advantage, right?
And I have a question for Ziggin.
Yeah.
Does this only work for wizards?
Oh,
Can
Also-
I try?
Or
I mean,
would
as
or
long
would
as
a
he reads
sorcerer
that.
work?
Oh wow.
Hey,
All right.
I'll roll those
Do you
D4s
want-
and D8s just to make sure I get past whatever DC Dyslexies comes up with.
All right. You have to pick cat or dog.
I have a bird. Let's go dog. Let's go cat. Let's go cat. Let's go cat.
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 Just
Wait,
as with
what kind of
Sin-
dog? What kind of dog?
It's not a mastiff.
Well, no, like we talking like rat
Stingy.
dog, which isn't
It's just,
technically
it's
a
just
dog.
it's an image of a dog with like a cup on his back and an image of a cat laying on its back.
I'm going with a cute kitty cat.
All right. You, just as with sending, your brain surges, your spell book flips open, and you understand catnap.
Well, how about that?
The hell is catnap?
Allows the caster to target up to 3 willing creatures and make them take a nap.
Take a nap.
Oh.
They stay asleep for 10 whole minutes, and they wake up and get the effects of a short rest,
Hey.
which normally takes an hour to complete, but it can be done in 10 minutes.
Oh, all right. That sounds pretty nice.
Can I try or
Oh, I don't think that's a good idea at all. I
This is
think
our-
it might melt your brain.
If intelligence is your main casting ability, then you can gain knowledge from these scrolls for spells that way.
Oh,
No.
Otherwise, you'd have to spend actual time reading these scrolls to unlock.
I have an intelligence of 8. I don't think that's
No,
good.
no, it has to be.
That's not happening.
So yeah, as you got a little taste of the Nether Scroll, seeing the immense strain and power it can hold.
It's just a fucking really big wizard spell book that you can learn spells real fast.
No, it is
and-
the wizard spellbook.
Right.
It is
It is
it's
the spell book.
the spell. Yeah, it is the spell book.
I don't suppose, I don't know, just kind of at a glance or while reading this, was there any mention of the difference between divine casting and like arcane casting? Like, are those actually two separate, or is it kind of more, again, in our minds, oh yeah, no, we just separate them out?
Let me find. Did I send you that quote?
Well, not only divine, you also have the difference between wizards and sorcerers.
Also, wizards are studied, sorcerers are inherent.
But how do they inherit?
Could be a lineage, could be you stepped into a magic well. There's a lot of different ways you can do it.
To sum it up, you don't quite get that, but if you recall back to the books you've read, they actually roll me an intelligence check.
Could it be an arcana? Or just straight intelligence?
Straight intelligence. It's kind of. Do you remember reading what you read in all those books?
Fair enough. Oh man.
Aw.
But nothing.
yeah. Sorry.
That's fair. I'm gonna take that feat now. All right, cool beans.
There's a little bell that rings behind him. He goes, oh, it's about time for you guys to go, just because I've got some chores to do. He's like, it's feeding time.
Oh, dear God.
And all the animals freeze. And they're like, did he just say feeding time? Did he just say feeding time? And they start running up, and he's like, okay, you guys, not all at once. Oh. And he goes, anything else before I take care of the puppers?
So no items you wish to trade.
Oh, I don't have much in here. What are you looking for?
Let us know, and we'll say yay or nay.
It's like, oh, I don't know. I have a.
You have a cracked sending stone?
Oh, no. But here, do you have one? Let me see one of your stones.
We have 4 sets.
Yeah.
And I'll bring.
Oh, can he crack them? Oh,
so you want to? He takes a stone, and he just casts a little spell over it, and he snaps it in half. He goes, see, now it's cracked.
Oh my God! Not. Oh, okay. We need to leave.
Okay, but is it actually working still though? Is it actual cracked? Like.
Oh no, that I missed. Joke's on me and you. I didn't understand what you meant. Hold on. And he kind of pushes it back together, kind of rubs his hand. He goes, here, give me the other ones real quick.
Please don't break them. They were expensive.
He rubs them together in his hand, and then he throws them down like some Yahtzee dice, and they're all glowing blue.
Alrighty.
Sexy.
He goes, that might help things.
So can they talk to... Are they like walkie-talkies now?
All these blue ones, so the ones that you handed him. Did you hand him all 4 sets, or does Musharib still have one?
We handed him 7. So Musharib has the 1.
All those 7 are glowing blue. They will maintain a low... they won't radiate much light, but it'll be a faint blue glow to them all. They are all walkie-talkie together.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, that's probably the best thing I can offer you. I don't really collect much because I don't want to attract adventurers, if you know what I mean. I've lived a whole life of trying to stay.
Yeah, it's probably the first things that go for.
Here's a question, since he's the magic man. Will the one Musharib has now contact any of these because all of these are linked?
Probably not.
Probably like
I
a
don't
one-way.
see why it wouldn't. It would be
It's just
I think you guys could contact him, and he could only contact the one.
The one. Oh, so yes, it makes a lot of sense.
So I guess you have one purple one, I guess. Blue and red make purple, right?
Right.
So Musharib has the red one. You guys have the purple one. I'll be right back. My dog's barking.
Look at that. Ambient dog noises.
Ambient dog noises. All right, so who wants to be a lich, guys? Like, I think this is the guy we need to talk to if we want.
I'm
no,
all
it
right.
requires you being a wizard, I believe.
I like the sins of the flesh too much to lose all of mine.
That's what clone is for.
That seems like a lot of work when I could just, not be a skeleton and do all the things that I want to do.
Can you live forever?
I don't want to live forever.
All right, I'm back. Sorry. Everything's good with the dog. He was just barking because he was playing this time with my wife, not just barking at the ghost in the house.
I don't suppose you would be freely willing to give up the secrets of how to become a lich, would you? That's probably a journey in and of itself, I suppose.
That would be a whole thing. You'd have to come out and hang out for a while. You wouldn't. Ugh.
You
don't even know how it starts.
I need to be.
You're still a wee wizard.
I tell you what, it starts. You have to find your 3 things, and they really have to be your 3 things. Something that would never change. Never change. Because when you do complete them, it might be the end. I don't know of any lich that has actually completed all 3 of their things. I mean, Vecna just now completed his first. Okay, his first.
Wait, that's okay. That seems like a little bit of a kind of a stupid thing because why don't you just make it something impossible? Like, one of my things is to lick my heel. I'm never going to be able to lick my heel.
You could
He's
totally
like,
do it. If
watch,
you do
yeah,
like
you
a
can.
portal,
And
yeah, if
he
you do like a
snaps and
portal,
he breaks your leg in half, and as you lick it, and
what?
then he snaps his fingers and it goes right back, nearly painless. He goes, see,
Nearly.
I want to leave right now.
Nah,
I didn't
see,
mean to. I didn't mean. I
I-
was just proving a point.
he was just
No,
pro-
no.
You get
All
the
right,
joke, right? You get the
here's
joke. You put your
here-
foot in your mouth. You,
here's my worry for you. Then, what if the giants get to Artemis and you can never complete yours?
Well, then that means that
then
one of
I
his things.
could never
never
find
com-
rest.
Yeah, he would never die of completing the 3, I would suppose.
Yes, but at one point he might want to.
Well, at that point, then he could just RKO his phylactery, and then he would, So I suppose
Yeah, but that's
actually,
a torturous way for your soul to go.
actually, that also was a question. Was it the soul? Was the soul returned back to the body as the phylactery is destroyed, or is it like guaranteed, like phylactery gone, you're done, or is it like?
Oh well,
Because I've heard it both ways. I've heard it where like if you kill the phylactery, it doesn't matter if the body still remains, but because it has to be the body, then the phylactery.
You
This is just- I'm sorry,
you are doing
it's
some
short.
great digging. He goes, we'd have to hang out some more. I have to get to know you better before we can really get into all this. I
Of
gave
course.
you your first tip.
You should have saw one of our other friends. He drank out of one of them.
Ugh. Do you know how much urine and lead are in those things?
I'm sure he did, but he died during the battle. So
Yeah, well, sounds like
So they're just piss, just that makes so much sense. Everything
He-
comes back to the piss.
he's the one that pulled Ashrak into the lava.
brave and stupid.
It's all about that T-Rex ass in some lava.
Well, the stupid was the other guy that went after him, and Ashrak just went up and went dead.
The power of words, they're very cutting.
Alright, well, Zigan, you have a good one. Thanks for the
I
advice.
truly aspire to learn that spell one day.
I'll see you guys around. Well, hopefully not too often because I kind
I
of like
will
my
behave.
quiet.
We'll
Well,
behave.
You can always contact us if you want. We can leave you one of these. We'll point towards the sitting stones.
And he holds up his finger and it starts glowing blue. He goes, "No, I know how to reach you."
He's got our number.
And technically he's sending, so
We'll let you know when something big happens.
we'll be pen pals.
Sounds great. See you guys later. He
I don't
goes,
suppose I could in-
and
insight
BB
that
comes
sounds
and,
great.
BB's looking at us and we're like joking with the lich.
Please get me out of here.
So BB motions you. He comes in and motions you guys along. He goes, "All right, this way."
Once again, thank you, Zigam. You have a great one.
Thank you.
He's busy like balancing a whole bunch of different metallic bowls in his hands. He's like trying to give him food as like some dogs are.
Before I go, Zigan, friend, do you have a expensive gem encrusted bowl by chance?
We can buy one.
We can buy one at the market.
I don't want one. I want to feed the doggos and the kittens.
Is this something he needs to insight?
Are you actually trying to feed it, or
Yes.
Okay, if you're actually trying to feed it,
Well,
he's
he's
like,
gonna-
well.
I know what he's
I
doing.
saved this one for Mumu, but and she's not here with us anymore.
oh man,
Wait, is she not just a ghost?
I'll start to raise my hand. I'm like, no, we'll let him stay with you. We're going back out on the floor. But then I'll keep pushing Lyra out the door.
yeah, we can go back out to the gambling floor and gamble money.
Theseus
So
is
you
going to grab Isaac by the scruff
I
and just
want
be like, "Hey,
the feast
let's
of
go this
heroes.
way."
I want to feed them the feast of heroes.
No.
You only have like one of them.
I know.
Well, he doesn't have any of those, and when he uses Ziggin's
If
bowl
he
when
is-
it goes away.
Yeah, Theseus is saving your neck by grabbing your neck. Because if you would have made that bowl disappear and it was his beloved Mumu's,
You're going to
Let's just-
die.
He would have just killed you right there, right there.
Another
You
death
get to see
word.
you could see the word again.
I'm
Yeah.
coming back with a bowl. Tell BB.
No, you're not. You will die for that bowl.
How much HP do you have?
I realized what he was doing. I'm like, nope, it's time to go, Lyric. Time to go.
I am the first one out the door. Thank you very much.
Are you like checking your leg to like make sure it's like actually not broken?
Yes, I am. I am making sure I am in a complete intact state.
That wasn't so bad.
Ah,
My head hurts a
BB,
little, but
we have a
you know.
new friend.
pretty good.
so BB's like, "Well, you've met Ziggin.
Ziggin's pretty cool.
I think so. He's a great boss, And
oh,
I mean,
by the way, BB, he said you're doing a bang up job and don't stop what you're doing.
well, thank you. That means a lot.
Yeah, baby. Keep up the good work.
Hey, thank you very much for taking us to him.
If you guys could just do me a favor, every time
We
something
think we are.
happens, they have to come to me, and I have to bring it to Ziggin. And I know Ziggin's great, but he doesn't want to be bothered. He likes his seclusion. He likes hanging out with his animals. He's an introvert, if you will.
We'll go through you first.
Well, I
Speaking
mean,
of-
just don't go and punch anybody, because then I get the complaints. and
Or
it's
is it
just a
more like
thing.
don't punch in public? Vink.
No, don't punch in town, right? Just inside the port, correct?
Well,
Yeah, let's just keep
What-
all violence
what
here in
about
the
a
port.
technicality? What if we
neutral.
drag them outside of the city?
It's not in the city.
It's all about technicalities, baby.
And he kind of put us onto something. We're onto something, and it might make you smile. And it'll get us
Hey.
out of your hair.
Is it money?
maybe.
In a sense,
In a sense, yeah.
probably. If nothing
Money's
else.
what makes me smile.
I imagine
Uh,
BB.
Let's
like-
see. Let's put it this way: the pie would be cut in less slices. How's that sound?
I don't eat pie. It kind of messes with my weight. I like to keep this figure, but
The proverbial pie.
oh,
I've
I
never
don't.
had that kind of pie.
I'm not a religious man,
Maybe.
so
Yeah, how many hands are in the cookie jar around this town now?
What's with you and the desserts tonight, Nisha? Are you hungry?
Maybe it's the
What
time of the
if
month.
there is one less hand to feed, so to say?
I think
Lots of
Nisha's
food
hungry.
metaphors.
I think I'm getting what you're saying. But you know what? They never come to my buffet.
They might not, but that means your buffet gets bigger.
All right, now I'm hungry.
Well, if you are hungry, I'll tell you what. Speaking of my buffet, everyone gets a free meal today.
Hey,
Hey.
It gives you guys all
Hey.
little tickets to go eat the buffet for free today.
Can you repeat that?
free food.
Free food.
No,
Everyone,
no.
everyone gets to eat at my buffet.
No, BB. Say it word for word. What you just said.
Everybody gets to eat at my buffet.
Everybody gets to eat at my buffet.
Before that, all together.
I'm confused.
It rhymed. I can use that.
I'm walking over to the food.
What
Gonna
are
make
you,
it to go plate.
Isaac? What are you on about?
I don't know. I'll have to go back and listen to Craig to see what I said.
It really did rhyme. I could use that for my spell.
Well, I will guarantee you can steal that after I listen to Craig.
We love you, Craig.
All right, are we headed
Make
back
sure
to
you
the
give
ship?
him the cheap silverware.
Everyone
Sorry to
is.
suspect that I'm bullied because I'm annoying, and I
Everyone
call that
should-
discrimination.
That's because you're the bard. I think it just happens to
I
all
think it's
bards.
just. Yeah, I was about to say that's just kind of a bard thing.
Yeah, that's kind of how that works.
So everyone can feel as though they've completed a short rest.
Woot woot.
A short rest, you say? I don't mind if I get my stuff doing.
Damn it! Why do I always have a hard? There they are.
It's a beautiful morning. Mm-hmm. Oh, was that my hat that gave me that? Hold on.
And then I assume you guys are going back to the wave dancer.
Actually, we have to make another stop.
We do.
Oh. Fair?
I would suggest getting some more friggin' food.
Wait.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Wait,
What do you mean
technically
oatmeal's
didn't
not going to work?
Well,
He won't have any other spells. It'll all be
That
oatmeal
is
all
a
day long.
I think probably more accurately, Lyra, we probably can't feed your village.
I know.
So, don't get me wrong, I'm more than happy to do it, but I'm just saying, very old money, not new money, so we have a lump sum of change.
I was thinking about that, and we need to find these. We need to find them a home. They're not going to be good on a boat. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you.
I have a lovely spot on the coast. It's near a gem mine. Lo and behold, it's already fortified, ripe for the move-in date.
I mean,
definitely not currently occupied.
That sounds great, and I'm pretty sure I know what you're talking about. But and we do have to do something about that at some point.
However, eventually you might see the Yanti again.
Yeah,
and they won't be able to deal with
well,
them.
So here's what I was thinking. Right, as we were sitting there talking with Zigum, obviously, we what we were talking about. What I assume Nishra was talking about with her pie was that, if we are able to remove the cancer that is on Cholt at the moment, they'll be fine if we just drop them back off at Hearthammer or your mind. It's just going to take some dealing with.
That's just one thing I did want to go check just before I go to the boats. The circle of teleport. Did they actually destroy it, or is there just a bunch of shit on top of it, keeping us from teleporting? Because if they actually destroy
it's wrecked.
Oh, they actually did crack the fucking stone.
Yeah, it was. They're just like, oh, okay, we got you, and they just leveled everything.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Well,